I'm the ps5, and I got it, on my own.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Rams. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Stafford. And right away, he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Akers again.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Cam Akers with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Rams take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Isabella not going to risk a return here, and they'll start at the 25.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Murray going to throw. to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Pass to the right, and he's got McBride.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt, and the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team? They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And some room to work. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st down at Stafford. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cards are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
After the turnover, here's Murray.
And this will be swung out here for counter.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Murray's going to keep it on the option.
And some room to maneuver.
And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield.
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
So this play, until recently, only something you'd probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break off big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming and get down before the big hit occurs.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here. These last few plays, they have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
They'll run here with Connor. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Cardinals are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Extra point good by Prater. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick 6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
Cardinals 14, Rams 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
Second and 12 at the 23-yard line.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Cardinals 14, Rams 7.
Play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Stafford.
He sees Fuller on the out route, and it's complete.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
22!
Back to throw, Stafford. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Big A-Shot Robinson has made a career of this. Another tackle for loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Murray now to throw. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Rondale Moore.
A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Cardinals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point good by Prater. And it's now 21-7.
The score, Cardinals 21, Rams 7.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Stafford now to throw. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
That was J.J. Watt getting in there and getting him to the ground.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And taken right on the 30. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray. Got him in. It's Brown. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 11, and it's 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Murray now. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Terrell Lewis. And they're to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That's taken on the 25. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
9-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick on Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted.
And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
This defense, 3 interceptions now. And Charles, obviously that one for the pick 6. That gives them a 3-possession lead, and they are really in the driver's seat.
Makes you imagine what that lead could become with another half of football left to play, because the way they're getting after it, partner, 30 points, 40 points, even 50 points, that type of a lead, not out of the question. And neither is another pick 6.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Stafford here, coming off his pick 6. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now it's Stafford. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Now Stafford.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Throwing now is Murray. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Murray. Escapes the sack. Escaping the pressure right.
Is to the sideline and incomplete. Nearly intercepted, in fact, but he couldn't hang on. 4th down.
Now Andy Lee will come on to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Buda Baker with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Throwing on first down is Murray.
Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
A final shot before half for Murray. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Cardinals are able to add on to their first half lead.
Prater for the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Just what they need, electric from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
They'll run a draw now with Akers.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has now allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford.
Got an open man, finding Jefferson.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Here's Stafford. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he's fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will be a touchback, no return from Isabella. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's Connor on first down going nowhere as he's going to be stacked up behind the line.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's going to look deep for more. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cardinals just continue to roll. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
42, Rams 10. Matt Prater to kick off for Arizona.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get over to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
On second and 10, Stafford. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Stafford. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
On 4th down, Stafford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. On the counter, it's Connor. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The all-everything defensive tackle, Aaron Donald, the one who made the play there.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch in.
Connor going going to get it again on second down.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
A nice performance last week. Recognized as NFC Player of the Week after going over 100 yards rushing. I just love the vision. I love the wiggle he has, but I also love the power when he ends his runs.
That's what impressed me. Yes, there was some elusiveness last week. A couple times he just ran over guys. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Here's Murray. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marquise Brown, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cardinals are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage.
Prater for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards.
And my goodness, another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. He's got room at the 30. Touchdown! Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 48 yards. And the Cards continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
Extra point good by Prater. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind?
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Marco Wilson.
And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for second down. Now Stafford. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
That'll be caught. It's Cup. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, it might be.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And my goodness, another interception. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 41.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. Guys, you look up at the scoreboard, and they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Stafford on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
this defense walks up.
Let's go. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Said I'm coming for everything. You good, but to be great, you gotta have confidence. The next level was legend. You gotta have accomplishment. In any league, they considering me dominant. The long falls, you know the pit of defeat, bottomless. I was hungry way before I got your support. I hopped off the porch around the time that y'all got awards. Lyrical exercise, this what I call a sport. The fourth bar, brother, when I push the rock off the court. I got champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the place. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the place. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the place. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the place. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. The cat and mouse who talent don't average out. If your flow ain't nowhere near this caliber, that don't count. Competition get flattened out. Getting money like I went top 3 in the first round. My salary that amount. They want my style, but that ain't much to be flat about. I take it as a challenge when rappers calling my status out. One of the best, and they ain't my pedigree. You can have the rings, or we did it, AI's legacy. I got champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the place. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the place. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the place. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the place. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the place. Next level. One of the best. Everything. I am the place. Remember me.
It's that hate, boy.
Yeah, my day ones here to dance it up again. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Know when you riding like we riding with each other. Ain't no I in this, it's the whole team. Share with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. But when you riding like we riding with each other. Ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Food from all of the bass. My ace boom goon, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm Deion Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. Extra the cred with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stocked my bad kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the south out my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage or $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel, that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertips like I'm Thanos. Knocking those down, no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor-made. Walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser. I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let's heard, we eating, talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad, pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab, pay what it cost for the tab, extra with the bag, young Crizzle King, better add extra on the. I go extra to be great, I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake, I got extras on the plate, I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.
Yeah. So that style not for you, but it's for me.
Greenfield's finest. Boss.
Yeah.
DJ Drama.
Never let a wishbone grow where a backbone should. Belly been take the dash on wood. 10 payments, the back ain't good. Got sense, but they act no good. So I do the lot of the starstruck. Hopped in the ride and we took in the truck up in the truck and they all. They might say what's up when they see me around the city, but really no reason to talk much. Dinner at nice guy, but no nice guys here. I'm toe tagging, no Bilbo baggins, y'all coming up short. Take a recess. This a heat check. Yeah. Shorty let me quick as a clear with a pre-check. It's lifestyle not for you, but it's for me. Seen it myself for years. The vision is mine alone. Just me, myself, no peers. Yeah. I don't know who hyping them boys. I'm done giving life for the noise. I give you my life in the source. I don't even write anymore. Yeah. Get it and drove like it's whipping a stove. That break hard like habits. No days off, no Sabbath. No snakes in my yard, no rabbits. Never let a wishbone grow where a backbone should. Belly been take it, a dash on wood. 10 payment, the back ain't good. Got sense, but they act no good. Send the same money to Sudan. I could probably take the hood for a year or two. Stuck between stunting and a miracle. For real. Let's explore the moment. Ain't outside there agoraphobic. If you see me live, you would know it. Jumping on my do aerobics, by site P90X. Boss like we write the checks now. Floss like we like to flex. Bust down, bust down, bust down. AMG, no bust now. Amiri jeans, SB dunks with a Fiends T, no button down. Respectfully, that's for me, you don't round if you wanna. Round if you wanna. So lifestyle not for you, but it's for me. Bossy.
Bars, I'm gonna go without the ad-libs. In the booth and I like proof and I don't understand what got into me. Got a couple of truths that I bust out the roof if I'm ready to ride on my enemy. And you rappers just stole my identity. And I really know why you ain't feeling me. With Tiffany and they restore my agility. And I'm never rehearsing, I'm making $1 million verses like Swizzy and Timothy. Never provoke with the go cause I want all the smoke, you can call me a chimney. And I really want, but I settle for I just aim it better the Whittles peak. Aim at your head when I kill a beat. Spaghetti and shells like Italy.
Never let a wishbone grow where a backbone should. Belly been take it, a dash on wood. 10 payment, the back ain't good. Got sense, but they act no good. Send the same money to Sudan, I could probably take the hood for a year or two. Stuck between stunting and a miracle. For real.
Alright, now close your eyes. Think about your wildest dreams.